Going live. What's going on? Frank is already in the chat. What's up, Frank? Frank is number one. Frank made it here first. We appreciate it, Frank. Thank you. I'm gonna pull up the live chat on my phone because sometimes it's a little delayed with my thing here, with my little live streaming software that I got. We're gonna talk about Scream 6, and we're gonna talk about Red Right Hand as well today. Gonna do another stream like this. It's exciting. Maybe you guys watched my Nope video today as well. We can talk about that. We can talk about a bunch of things. So there we go. Okay, got the live chat going there. But what is happening? What is happening, everybody? We're gonna just let a few more people get in the stream, and then we will start discussing Scream 6. What's going on, Bombay Productions? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? I got some big announcements too. Some special announcements that I'm excited to talk about. So, oh yeah. What's up, Savvy Film Geek? How's it going? Hi, hello. Saitama. Satama. We've seen you in the lives before. What's going on? Emma, thank you. I appreciate it. I just got a fresh cut, so it was getting a little shaggy. What's up, Brandon? What's up? How's it going, everybody? Gonna talk a little Scream 6. Gonna talk a little Red Right Hand here in a second. Once everyone gets in. What's up, Zoe? Mr. Zoe Crawford. Words are hard. I have my special Batman glass today. So it's not made out of glass, but yes. Bombay says, before we start, I just want to say Jenna Ortega is really owning the title of a Scream Queen. Can't wait to see her in X. Jenna Ortega is killing it this year. She's been in like 3 big movies already. And it's March. I mean, that's just amazing to me. I don't know. That woman just does not stop working. She's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What's up, Jen? How's it going? Hi, Jen. Hello. Luke, hello. What's going on, Luke Clayton? I am fantastic. I made a big commitment to this YouTube channel today. We will be talking about it a little later. Very, very excited. What's up, Eric? Just watched Scream 96. It's been a while. Nice. That's awesome. It's a great movie. I just watched it the other day with Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream 96. She is absolutely wonderful. Love your show. Ohio is the state. Ohio is a state. I don't know if it's the state to live in, but it's something. I was just talking with the lady that cuts my hair about how everyone in Ohio is so depressed because we don't get enough vitamin D from sun. Not enough sun here. Blucka, what's going on? Would you prefer Scream 6 as a slow burner or fast-paced film? Well, since Radio Silence is doing it, they're kind of like they're more of a fast-paced kind of group. This is a great way to start off the Scream 6 discussion, by the way. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more of a fast-paced film once again, but I feel like they're going to make it their own, of course. So, I think it's definitely going to be more of a fast-paced film. I think if you want to make it a slow burn, you could make a Scream that's a slow burn, but that might be a little whack. I don't know if we can make that, because you'd have to have kills all the way through, and like a slow burn suggests that there's a gigantic amount of exposition setting up this crazy ending. So I don't know. I feel like that would be interesting to see a Scream movie that's a slow burner. I would have to develop that. I would have to develop that idea. Saitama says, try not to make any hospital jokes, anyone, please. I said it once. I said it one time on a live stream about how we should have less hospitals in horror movies. And now I'm forever cursed. I'm forever cursed with that. It's hilarious. Red Right Hand should be good. Thank you. I hope it's good. I'm working every day to make it good. So speaking of that, yes, I'm going live today once again to promote the Kickstarter link. I promise once we're funded, I will shut up about it. But yeah, if you guys could support us on Kickstarter, we are making a Scream fan film from the perspective of the killers. Now you might see this little guy here, this little devil Ghostface, and this regular Ghostface. I revealed on Craven Something Scary the other day on his live stream that the killers have a killer coming after them. In the same town, there are killers coming after each other. It's gonna be a big old nasty fight. So if you guys want to see that movie happen, and it's just going to be a fun Scream movie as well, make sure to support the Kickstarter. There's a lot of fun rewards you can get to. I think I mentioned the poster that looks really freaking sweet, so I'm super pumped. Please support if you can. The link for that will be in the description below. We're also talking about Scream 6 today, so throw your questions at me. I'm already seeing some good stuff in here. Saitama, oh, what's going on, Alex? Alex Ogden, hello from Cincinnati, nice. I was just in Columbus a couple days ago, very close by. Saitama says, do you think Gail or Sydney might die in Scream 6? That, dude, I would say, if what happened in Scream 5 didn't happen, I would say, maybe probably not, but I don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen with the radio silence guys in the new Scream movies. So, Jojo, what's going on? Love the fresh cut, Jake. Keep it clean. Thank you, Jojo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a whole lot. Eric Jr., what's going on? What do you think? Who is going to be in Scream 6? I really want Samara Weaving to be in Scream 6. I talked about this a little bit with Craven Something Scary. I think it would just be so cool to have her in. And considering that she's worked with the radio silence guys before, with like Ready or Not, for example, it would be really cool to see her be the opening kill. I mean, that would be sick, because like they would announce it and be like, oh, hey, we got Samara Weaving to be the star of our new film, and then they kill her at the beginning. That would be a shock. That would be a shock. I would be so down for that. Dreaming Insomniacs, what's going on? How's it hanging? Hey, Jake, you rock. I appreciate that. You guys rock. Y'all make some good music. I can't wait to see how the characters interact from Scream 2022. I love the new cast. Also, who would you like to be introduced to the cast in Scream 6? Who from the first film would you expect to die? I definitely think some of the returning cast members from Scream 2022 will die in this film. I'd say at least one, maybe two. Because, like, what I was talking about, like, let's say they bring Sydney Gale back and the 4 remaining characters from the last movie. That's 6 people who are not going to be Ghostface in this film. Or maybe they are. I'm kind of like iffy about that. I would rather them not make any of the old characters Ghostface, make one of the new characters Ghostface in the next film. So they're going to have to kill. They're forced. Their hand is forced to kill off some of these characters. There's too many surviving characters from the last one for that to make any sense. Unless you want to introduce like 20 like have a total cast of like 25 people, which might get a little complicated for a Scream film. Calvin, I don't know if I said hi to you, but what's up, Calvin Hall? What if Scream took place during the holiday season? I know a lot of people are talking about how they're filming it in Canada, so they're like, oh, snow, but they're filming it during the summer, so there's not going to be any snow that time of year in Montreal. So I would love to see a holiday set Scream film nonetheless, though. That would be a lot of fun. Scream in the snow. I think like very contained, claustrophobic Scream in a cabin would work. I think that would really work. Do murder mystery that style instead of having it take place in a town over a couple of days. I'd love to see that. I would love to see how that would be executed. Can't wait to see Red Right Hand. Thanks, Jen. I'm very excited to film it. We are actually going to start filming real soon here. So at least one thing. We're not going to really go into full on production until everything's storyboarded, but there is something we have to film right now with a little window of time. So I'm very excited to start doing all that. So imagine a Scream movie in the Arctic or snowy plain. I have to do a video on that. I see so many people talking about it, and I have people questioning me about it. I would love to do something like that. That'd be sick. Off topic, but do you watch the shows like The Boys or Peacemaker, Mr. Jake? I do watch The Boys. I'm very excited for season 3 coming out this summer. I would love to do some updates on that. I just don't know if it's horror enough to talk about on my page, but like if there's enough love for that show over here, yeah, heck yeah, I would talk about that. I love The Boys. I have not watched Peacemaker yet, but I hear it's phenomenal. My buddy Matt, who is the other project runner of Red Right Hand, he's watching it and loving it. So I it's on the watch list for sure. Calvin says kill Gale as an opening. Ooh, now that would be sick. I don't know how it, like, you'd have to do that with purpose. That's a tough thing to do. I feel like if you kill Gale at the very beginning, you're gonna turn some fans away. So like, I feel like what they did with Dewey made sense. If they would have made Dewey the opening scene, I'd be like, okay, that's a little distasteful. But like, how they set it up was correct, I think. Florin, what's going on? Chad will be a goner. Ooh, Chad and Mindy are probably the ones who are gonna die, and that's sad. But like, what else do you do? You can't just have 6 people that aren't Ghostface. That makes the mystery, that kind of ruins the mystery aspect, right? Are there any specific horror tropes that you'd enjoy seeing Scream 6 try turning on its head? There's a lot of stuff that I'm shocked Scream 5 didn't comment on that I would love for them to talk about in the next film. It's weird, like they commented more on just like films in general than just like horror, the state of horror, more or less. I was thinking that the whole movie was going to be like a commentary on requels, and in a way it was. But it also commented on like the Star Wars franchise, the fandom behind that. That was kind of like the big focus of the film, which is like bizarre. It was really bizarre, but I appreciated it. It was a shock in a good way. I would love to see them focus a little more on what the shortcomings of requels. I would love for them to focus a little more on that with the next film. I think that would be interesting. I think people are overlooking that Scream 6 could take place during Halloween. That would be really interesting. I would love to see that. The last movie took place during the fall, so I would love to see like a fall setting in like New York City. That would be sick, because I think I've talked about this a little bit in some of my videos. Wow, I just read a comment that totally made me lose my train of thought. Totally forgot what I was gonna say. Montreal is where they typically film shots for like New York City, because it's a little cheaper to film in Canada. And it's way cheaper to film there than in actual New York City. So I would love to see that take place. That'd be awesome. Off topic, but if a Nightmare on Elm Street returned, would you rather them do a requel or direct sequel to the original? And would you mind having Alice and Nancy back? I would love for characters to come back for a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I think that's a franchise that really, that's the franchise that needs a requel more than most. There's a lot of sequels in the Nightmare franchise that like completely go against stuff from the previous movies. So I would love to see them do a requel to just the original film. Like just do a sequel to that. So that's a requel essentially, and ignore the rest of the sequels. That's one of those franchises where like, yeah, it could use it. Wes Craven even says in Scream 96, he's making fun of himself basically by saying, the first one's great, but the rest of them suck. I don't personally agree with that. I think some of the sequels are pretty good, but Red Right Hand's big twist is that the thing from the Addams Family is going around killing everyone. You know what's really funny about that? My dad used to be in a metal band, like way back in the day. It was called SSA, Ass Backwards Music. Ha! So funny. He used to look like Thing from the Addams Family. He had long hair. I'll have to get a picture of that sometime and show all of you. That would be fun. Be fun to talk about. Red Right Hand's plot twist is one of the killers from the TV show Stalker making a cameo. I just could not get into wait, is it Slasher or Stalk? Wait, you're probably talking about the Scream TV show. I liked the Scream TV show, but there's like a TV show very similar to the Scream TV show. Is it Slasher, Stalker, something like that? I don't know. I couldn't get into that. I wish I liked it more. It's a really cool concept, but it's like American Horror Story, but bad. It's just like poorly written American Horror Story. But there was aspects of it I liked. That's a bit harsh of a review. But Jen says Chad can die. Mindy is too good to kill off. Ooh, that's tough because I like both the Meeks Martins twins. I really liked both of them. I hope we get some screen time with them. I think logically it makes sense to make them the opening kill, at least one of them, but so it doesn't ruin the mystery. But at the same time, I would love for both of them to get some screen time, at least just a little bit, just a tiny bit, So. Keith, something I agree with you on, Keith. Scream 5 showed too much in the trailers. I watched it twice. No suspense with the kills. Too much daylight too. I agree that Scream 5 showed too much in the trailers in retrospect. Like, you take out 2 shots from that trailer, it would have been fine. The Sam stabbing Richie and Amber on fire. Yeah. I didn't want to say this in my videos leading up to it, but like the first thing that immediately came to mind was the fact that like Mikey Madison in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, they shouldn't have put that in the trailer. That's immediately where my mind went. And I'm just like, maybe not. Maybe that's too obvious, right? Like that's too much, but yeah. Keith, we are on the same wavelength today. I love it. Me and Keith typically disagree, but I like that we're on the same wavelength today. Slasher on Netflix is horrible. I don't think it's horrible. I think it had some cool stuff. There's some good characters. I watched like season 2 and there was like, okay, the characters are keeping me here, but I don't know. Some of it, the writing was just very poor. The ending of season 2, that was the one I watched. The snowy one in the cabin it was rough. How do you feel about Selena Gomez being in the future Scream films? I also felt like Tara overshadowed Sam. I definitely feel like I like Jenna Ortega's character more than Melissa Barrera, but I understand why her performance had to be wooden. I understand it. I think they can expand on her character much more in the next film. Once again, I feel like Scream 5, I've been talking about this a lot. I feel like Scream 5 had to be safe. It had to be safe. It had to bring in the old audience and the new audience at the same time. That's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. It's I think that one actually did it. Scream 5 actually did it maybe a little worse than Halloween 2018. I know that was a big criticism of the new Halloween film when that came out back in 2018, was that, oh, well, why did they do this and that? And it's just references to the past. But they had to do some of those things in that film to bring in the old people and bring in the new people. So that's a hard task to be done. And yeah, I think maybe Scream 5 didn't do it as good as Halloween 2018, but nonetheless, I still really liked it, and I think Scream 6 is going to be a better film. So, bruh hops, nice. What's up, bruh? Kind of off topic, but still waiting for a dedicated Scream video game other than Dead by Daylight and other games, of course. I really like Dead by Daylight, though. Dead by Daylight's fun. It's kind of the same thing every time, but it's still fun, you know? I think Dead by Daylight's fun. I would love to see a Scream video game, though. Like, imagine being, like, it's like Among Us, but a little more in depth, you know? I feel like that would be fun. Where you're actually, like, 3D characters, you're running around, like, a house or something. You could have different maps, and you got to figure out who the killer is. And if you're the killer, you have to kill everyone silently and not be seen. But, like, the only thing that would suck about that is, like, you'd have to play as, like, standard characters from Scream. And then you couldn't be, like, in the Ghostface costume. Or maybe you could just, like, magically throw the costume on. I'm not a game developer. I don't know what I'm talking about. What's up, Shane? I am fantastic, Shane. I'm in a wonderful mood. I have a big announcement about the channel. We're going to talk about soon here. So I have a few announcements. But we're just talking about Scream 6 and chilling, talking about Red Right Hand. This, you know, now that more people are here, by the way, I want to just say this one more time. The Kickstarter link for Red Right Hand, a Scream fan film, me and my wonderful team of people are currently working on. We are raising funds for that on Kickstarter. We are nearly at $3,000, people. That is awesome. Oh my God, we are easily going to make this goal, but we could still use your help. We are way past the halfway point at this point, but if you guys could help us out, the link for that will be in the description below. And I don't know if I told you guys about the awesome rewards you get from the Kickstarter as well. You can get little ghost face pins. You can get a VHS copy of Red Right Hand when it comes out. You can also get a sick poster done by my friend Anna. She did the poster. It's all on the Kickstarter if you want to read about it. If you want to read about all, like, the story, all that stuff. So go check it out. The link for that is in the description below. If you guys could donate, would greatly appreciate it. Desiree Michelle, what's going on? How's it going? Thanks for joining the live stream. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. Shazeb Malik, it's monkey time. Heck yeah, it is. So Crawford says, are you ready for X? I can't wait to chat with you about it. Yes, this is a great time to plug this. Me and Zoe are talking about X this weekend on Saturday, sometime after 4 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to check that out. I'm very excited. I'm going to see X on Thursday. I already bought my tickets just a few minutes ago. Well, I guess I've been live for like 20 minutes. So like 25 minutes ago. Very excited to see it. I'm super pumped. Welcome everybody who's in the chat. I see a bunch of new names. So thank you all for hanging out with me on this wonderful Tuesday evening. What is up, everybody? I see some good questions in the chat. I thought Scream 2022 brought the series full circle, but if they make another one, I hope they bring back Kirby to be the new final girl and that Sam and Mindy get offed. Ooh, Sam and Mindy getting offed. Okay, Tara and Chad can stay. You didn't like Mindy. You didn't like Mindy? I liked Mindy. Honestly, Mindy was maybe my favorite character out of everybody. Like, that was probably my number one. I really liked Mindy. Random Hero, what's up? Florin, is it true that Kristen Stewart was supposed to be the opening kill of Scream 4? Ooh, that's a great question. I've actually been reading about how Kristen Stewart might be interested in the next Scream movie, so I'm not 100% sure about if she was supposed to be in Scream 4, though. Is it Kirsten or Kristen? Kristen? I don't know. One of those. The loss of Kyle's Gallner character was a waste. Yeah, Jay, I pretty much agree. He could have been a red herring. You're right. We needed more scenes with him, I think, for sure. once again, I want to say, like, I feel like Scream 5 was trying to be safe. It was trying to do things in a certain way to appease Scream fans. And I feel like maybe if they didn't go that route, it would have been a better film. But they had to do it a certain way. I still really like it, and I still think it's a lot of fun. I still think the positives of that film outweigh the negatives, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. So I just, I put out a video today on Nope, by the way. Check that out. Pretty sick. So to get into that, kind of is leading me into some big announcements. So number one, thinking about starting a second channel where I just kind of talk about YouTube stuff, and it shows me editing videos. I like to talk to myself while I'm editing and make fun of myself. I'm like, why the heck would I say that? That's ridiculous. So I thought that might be a fun idea for a second channel where I kind of talk about YouTube stuff. It shows me editing, and it's like, it's sillier. It's a little less, I take, maybe it's a little less serious than on this page, where it's like we're constantly talking about news. It's still silly and fun, and we're all hanging out, having a good time talking about horror stuff, but I wanted to do a second channel where I can just kind of like chill and kind of just like put some crazier, maybe lower effort content out there. That would be fun. If you guys are interested in that, I already have made a video for that channel today where it's literally just me editing a video and I'm being silly, and it's a good time. I thought it was a really good idea. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm thinking about doing a second channel where I kind of just like goof off a little bit. If you guys are interested in that. And then also another big announcement is I texted my boss today at my part-time job, and I put in my 2 weeks. So I'm about to be a full-time content creator. So you will be seeing content on here every single day. Like, I will be able to post every single day, be able to 100% this. It's been kind of a part-time thing, and I've been losing sleep over it. So I've just decided I'm at a point where, like, I think if I go full-blown crazy with the channel, that I can make it work. So hopefully that's good news. Hopefully I'm not regretting saying that on my live stream sometime soon. But sorry, just wanted to put those personal announcements out there, and now we will get back to the Scream 6 talk. So getting back into this, is Scream 6 or Scream 7 the last one? So Scream 7 is not confirmed yet, but I do have a theory that maybe it's already in the works. They're just not telling us about it because of something that happens in Scream 6. I think that maybe there's going to be a cliffhanger ending for the first time ever in a Scream movie that leads into a Scream 7. But we're not going to know about that until the end of until Scream 6 comes out. Then it gets announced Scream 7's happening, and it's going to resolve that cliffhanger. So Shane says, I'm interested in starting a media style talk about whatever, if you would be interested in some kind of collab possibly. I am always open to collabs. Like, I don't care anybody. I will collab with absolutely anybody and everyone. So yes, hit me up on my socials. So 100%. I'm always down to collab. So hit me up. I will try to make some more free time. Like I said, I'm not going to be working anymore. So I am 100% in this. So I play demos. What's going on? Are you going to the movie X? Yes, I'm going this Thursday, and I will be putting out so actually this is a really good segue to something. I'm going to be putting out a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review. I typically don't do non-spoiler reviews because I don't see the point in them besides having more content, so I've been kind of like not doing those. But because in some countries it's not going to be releasing anytime soon for them. Like, I've had a few people reach out to me and be like, hey, X isn't coming out in my country, so I can't watch your review video. And I'm like, oh, I got you, fam. We're going to do a non-spoiler. So we're going to do a non-spoiler review and a spoiler review the next day. So Thursday, you will see that. Friday, you will see the spoiler review. And then on Zoe Crawford's channel, we'll be talking about it live on Saturday. Extron Gaming says, who knows, Mindy could have been the third killer. It's weird how she was just stabbed in the shoulder, especially since we know it was Richie as Ghostface, and he could have killed her, but she lived. Weird. I see where you're coming from. I think that having a character similar to Randy, or in this case, someone literally in his bloodline, that would be interesting to see someone like that turn into a Ghostface killer, because this is someone who's obsessed with horror movies. This is someone who likes horror movies, knows a lot about them, knows how to possibly get away as a slasher killer more than most. So I could see that. I would not be against one of the Meeks Martin twins becoming a Ghostface killer. I would not be against that, honestly. Everyone on this chat donate $5 to Red Right Hand. I've talked about this a little bit before. If literally all of my subscribers donated $1, we would be super past the goal. So donate $1. Donate, like, everyone's got $1. Donate $1 and then you can make a sick movie happen. And thank you, Zoe. I appreciate that. Congratulations. Can't wait to watch your videos every day now. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Just like Stab, it has 7 films. Great theory. Once again, yes, I really think that 7 is already in the works. I really do. It's a theory. I want to make that very, very, so no one's going out there being like, oh, Scream 7 is happening. KillJoy Jake said that. No, it's not confirmed, but it's a theory. So what twists have to happen in the next one? Says 2 boys and their pops. I'm sorry, 2 boys and their pops. Are you talking about like maybe this is like you're the father of 2 kids on this channel? If you do a YouTube channel with your kids, that is awesome. By the way, that is phenomenal. That is some wonderful bonding time. You sound like an excellent parent there, my good sir. But so what twists have to happen in the next one? I really want to see, instead of just having a Ghostface reveal at the end, I want a twist ending. Okay, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I want to have a cliffhanger twist ending. I want to have one where it's like something is left unfinished that it's like, oh my God, we messed up big time. This guy got away. This guy or gal, male, female, Ghostface got away. I want to see that happen. I'm rooting for Ghostface this time around. That's messed up, isn't it? Pretty messed up. Can we have a Scream end with 1 or more Ghostface killers getting away? Yes, Maverick. Yes. I indirectly answered your question. Yes, 100%. 2 boys and their pop says, I am the dad and do one with my boys. That's awesome. That is phenomenal. That is so cool that you guys get to do that. That's awesome. Me and my dad used to we used to listen to music together when we were younger. We would have music night and he would show us some kind of weird music and we'd all hang out and it was a good time. So I love my dad. Jay says, how do you feel about a Scream 8, 9, 10 be yet another reboot or more requels? I don't know how many more Scream movies I want. I really think that I think there is room for a Scream 6 and a Scream 7 because there's a lot of room for stuff to be done in this franchise. And there's always going to be new horror movies coming out to comment on. So like, if they end up going that route, yeah, they could do that in a few years. I would like to see, because there's going to be more up and coming horror directors and stuff. I want to see Radio Silence do what they want to do with Scream, but then I want to see more people come onto Scream, do their own thing. Same with Halloween. Like I feel like David Gordon Green, Halloween Ends comes out this year. I don't want him to do the next one though. I want to see a new take. I want Halloween Ends to be the end of his story that he's trying to tell in that universe, and then have another director come on board. Let's have a female director in the Halloween franchise. Let's do something different. Jenna Ortega delivered the best emotional scenes, but I enjoyed Mikey Madison's snark and crazy attitude. I agree, Jay. I think Mikey Madison is a very underrated actress. She's phenomenal in both Scream and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I literally just rewatched that movie. I don't know. I think she's phenomenal in both films. She plays crazy so well. Like more movies with Mikey Madison lighting on fire and being just a psychopath. That would be awesome. Frankie May says, is Neve Campbell going to come back again in Scream 6? So to my knowledge, she has not read the script yet. That might have changed now. She's not been like super vocal about it. A little bit at some, I want to say festivals. Yeah, she was at a horror con where I believe she said something along those lines where she was asked about Scream 6. And yeah, they're whipping up a script that it might already be done and Neve Campbell might be reading it. It's not confirmed that she's going to be in the film yet, but like considering where we are in the time and place and how they only have like 2 months until summertime when they start filming, I'm going to say she's probably read the script and she's probably thinking about it. She's probably like, maybe not. So we'll see. I still think, I don't think it's confirmed. I wouldn't say that like 100% she's going to be in the next one though. I would say like it's a 75% chance she's going to be in the next one. I don't think it's so clean cut like that though. I would like to see a Ghostface who gets killed before his or her reveal. I would like to see that too, Luke. That would be sick. Imagine the opening kill being Ghostface. What if that's the case? And then we're tracking down the other person the entire movie. Okay, what about this? Okay, that just made me think of something. What if we do a Ghostface killer where it's like it was one person and they try to go after Sidney Prescott, and then another Ghostface killer pops up and starts killing people, and they're like, well, we just killed this guy. What happens? In the third act, it gets revealed that, oh, there was really just one person, but like their brother or sister or something decided to like avenge them as a Ghostface killer. So, you know, something along those lines. I literally just made that up on the spot. So maybe that sounds really stupid, but I think that would be cool. That would be really cool to like have an incidental motive like that. Extron Gaming says, I honestly think Sam and Tara's mom or dad will be the killer. They both seem the most likely to be Ghostface, maybe out for revenge because of their family situation. It's definitely one of them. There's a part of me that doesn't want to see the mom and dad because I feel like what was really cool about the last movie was that they weren't even in it. They were not involved in their children's lives at all, which is sad, but unfortunately a harsh truth when it comes to some family situations. So in a way, I felt like that was really, really real. That was a really real aspect of that movie to not even have the mom, especially be in the film, like not having a good relationship with her daughters after all that has happened. So that's, I am interested to like and another thing about that is I just don't want them to pull another Scream 2 on us where it's like the mother of this or it's Billy Loomis's second cousin, third removed or something like that. You know, come on. We've had enough of the family connection killers, I think. But if they do it, like, once again, it all comes down to execution. If they do it right, they do it right, man. If they do it right, they do it right. I think I'd like a TV show to intertwine old prequel style parts and future parts of Scream. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be sweet if they did a prequel series that talked a little more about, like, let's say Billy and Stu behind the scenes, Maureen Prescott's. We could talk about Roman's influence on Billy and Stu. I would love to see that. That would be sweet. I'd be all about that. I would love to see some more Stu as well. I talked about this in my video about how bringing him back, I feel like wouldn't really satisfy the people who want Stu to come back. But if they did a prequel movie or prequel series, flashbacks and Scream 6, that would be satisfying. That would be sweet to see Stu Macher again in his heyday when he's being all silly and goofy and crazy. I'd love to see that. Stu had a twin brother. Yeah, like, come on. You know, like, I want to see new people with new motivations in Scream 6. That I think first and foremost. Hey, Jake, would you listen to the song Nice Night for a Kill by Ghostface and Slipknot? This is a Slipknot song I don't know about. I friggin' love Slipknot. Nice Night. I'm writing that down. Nice Night for a Kill. I felt the air rise up in me. I hope I don't get like in trouble for singing that. Zoe Crawford says, Billy's mother. I love that. Mickey cracks me up. Hi. I am live on my YouTube channel. What's up? You can come say hi. Come say hello.
I like Slipknot too, just so you know.
You like Slipknot too? I love Slipknot. Slipknot's awesome.
Yes.
Mama KillJoy here to say hello. Don't say any profanities. I know you like to do that a lot.
I do. I'll have to
She says a lot of nasty things to me sometimes.
Yep, that's me.
Yes, that was exactly what I was thinking, Jake. Nice. I'd love to see Danny Boyle direct a Scream movie. Okay, is Danny Boyle the guy that did that zombie movie? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm looking this up. Danny Boyle. I've heard that name before. Oh, okay. Yeah. 28 Days Later. Yeah. He did 28 Days Later. Yeah, that would be interesting. I love 28 Days Later, man. That's one of my favorite zombie movies. That's like everyone's saying hi to mom. Yeah, so I would love to see that. I would love to see Danny Boyle do that. I think 28 Days Later is unfortunately really the only thing I know of his. So he did 100. Oh, he did Slumdog Millionaire. I've seen that. Trainspotting. Yeah, so he's made some good movies. I'd be interested in that. 100%. Okay, I don't know who knows. Maybe Stu's sister could be the killer too. She could be a psycho as well. Not out for revenge for Vince, but just a psycho in general. But once again, like, doesn't that sound like Scream 2? Like, doesn't that sound exactly like Scream Yeah, he did 28 Days Later. Thank you, Grace. Yeah. Doesn't that sound like Scream 2 though? Like just to have like the sister come in and kill, to have the this or that. I like what it all comes down to, like if they set it up right, if they set it up correctly, yeah, I'm totally down for it. I'm totally down if they set it up correctly, but if they don't, I don't know. I feel like they didn't. This is my opinion. I know I love Scream 2. It's a great movie. I just don't like the killer reveals. I love Mickey. The concept of Mickey is cool, and I think he should have just been the one killer. That would have been sweet. But you have Billy's mother coming in, and she was not set up very well at all. I don't know. I just don't care for it that much. She's a little over the top too. I don't know. I think Stu's nephew survived and is going to be one of the killers next movie, and Stu survived is confirmed. I would love to see Stu come back, but like I said, I feel like it's not going to be what everyone's expecting. It's not going to be this goofy Matthew Lillard performance. It's going to be if they did bring him back, the most realistic way to do it would have to be, he would be in prison this whole time. You'd have to be this darker version. People would be disappointed. It would be so polarizing. I don't think they would, I just don't think they would do it that way. I would love to see Stu come back in flashbacks, though, 100%. Like, if they decide to do that, I'm all about it. No, I'm not going to be opposed to that whatsoever. I'll probably freak out in the theater a little bit. I'm surprised we haven't seen a flashback of Maureen Prescott's murder yet. Yeah, me too. Like, tell me that wouldn't be sick. I would love to see how that went down, and I bet there's something we don't know about her murder that could influence something nowadays, that could influence something today. I 100% think that's possible. So I don't want to. I just don't think bringing back Stu would actually make. I feel like we say that, and then it's like when we would see it on screen, it would just be like, God, this just feels so not right. It wouldn't come off the right way. It's not how people think it would. It wouldn't be just bringing back Stu. He would have to be in prison this whole time, and it's because of the sequels that it's like. If they did a movie where it was like if they retconned all the sequels, okay, you could bring Stu back very easily, but that's just not what we're doing with Scream 6, unfortunately. But it is going to be a Scream 2 thing, kind of, so it works, I think. But I just don't want the movie. I just don't want Scream 6 to be like Scream 2. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably going to be called something along those lines of Scream 2. This is the second Scream Forever After. It's not going to be called that, but I just don't want it to be the exact same thing. I would love to see it done a little differently. So thank you, Savvy Film Geek. I appreciate it. If Stu's sister did become a 3-dimensional character in the 6th film, who would you personally like to see play her? So she would have to be an older actress. Who's someone that kind of looks like Matthew Lillard, that is a female actress in her late 40s, late 40s, mid 40s. That's a great question, Savvy Film Geek. Not something I've given much thought to, because once again, I'm looking for new characters in Scream 6, but if they decide to bring her into the next film, that would be sick. You know what? I'm going to think about that, and I'm going to get back to you later on that. Thank you for the super chat, Savvy. I literally have nobody in mind right now. What is the girl from Silence of the Lambs doing right now? Jodie Foster. What is Jodie Foster up to right now? She gives me a Matthew Lillard vibe. How old is she? She's 60. So she's probably a little old to play that, but I'm interested in seeing that. I'd be okay with that. I think they brought in Randy's sister for Scream 3, and I liked that. So like if she has a small role, sure, I'm down for that. What's up, Jeffrey Byers? Hey, KillJoy Jake. What's going on, Jeffrey? What is up? Grace says, believe it or not, I actually found your channel through your 28 Days Later video. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate that. That was, I did this series for a while where it was like sequel versus original, remake versus original. Some of them did really well, like my 28 Days Later one. I did 28 days versus 28 weeks, and I talked about how I really like both films. 28 Days Later, I ultimately gave the medal to. I really liked that series. I liked doing it, but some of them just bombed like hardcore. I did like 3 in a row and all of them bombed. And I'm just like, well, I think it's time to give up on that series, but I would love to revisit that one day because I really do enjoy that series. That's a really fun series for me, at least. I really enjoy doing that. Stu would show his darker old side, even more psycho humorous self. You know, if I feel like I feel like I would not be the most humorous, silly, goofy person if I was sitting in prison for years. That's just the realism of it for you. I don't want them to sacrifice the realism of the Scream universe, the Scream tone for them just to bring back a beloved character. That's my biggest thing. I love Stu. Matthew Lillard's I mean, you guys saw my ranking video of how I like the killers. Stu's my favorite killer. He's awesome. But I just don't want them to sacrifice the tone to bring back a beloved character. I would love to see Stu come back, but I feel like it doesn't make sense. Patricia Arquette should play Stu's sister. Great. That's a great choice. I actually 100% could see that. What's up, Carrie? How's it going, Carrie? Hey, Jake, got your haircut, I see. Looking nice. I appreciate that. I got a little shorter on the sides this time around. The lady decided to cut off my colic too, which I'm very happy about. The Green Gaze says, you look a lot like Stu. I'll be right back. Oh. It would be an honor to play a fake Stu. That'd be awesome. I bet Jake gets a red right hand when he KillJoy Jake's. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to get demonetized. That's good. That's a good one. Good. That's a good one, Joe. Can we talk about how Neve Campbell's acting talent is super underappreciated in the film industry? She's amazing in everything, Michael. I 100% agree. I love Neve Campbell's so good in also like The Craft. I don't know if you guys have seen The Craft, but that's a really good movie. I'll have to do a video on that sometime. You know what? I'm going to do a remake versus original of that. We have a requel of that now. Maybe if I rebrand that series as saying like requel versus original, maybe people will be more interested. Because I would love to do that. I would love to talk a little more about like more, because like I'm talking about popular horror movies on here, which is great. I love that. But there are a lot of like weirder horror movies I would love to get in. There's a lot of weirder horror movies I would love to get into and talk about like their respective sequels, the other movies in the franchise. I would love to, I don't know. I think that would be cool. I would love to talk about that. Would you rather see a 28 Days Later reboot or another installment in the 28 Later franchise? Well, we're kind of on a cliffhanger, right? With how Weeks ended. So 28 months later, what's 28 months later look like? Is everybody dead? Is everyone in the universe dead or zombies, or the zombies have died now because they don't live that long, is what we learned from 28 Weeks Later. There's a lot of things in Weeks I like. There is a lot that I like in that film. They're close in my opinion. Ooh, we got some good stuff. The Craft is amazing. Yes, Carrie, I agree. 100%. I want a Faculty requel. I just watched that like maybe like a month and a half ago. I love The Faculty. I put a little review on my Letterboxd about it, and I was just like, Elijah Wood sniffs Jordana Brewster's hair and they fall in love forever. That was my review of it. I love that movie. It is so fun. That's one of my favorite 90s movies. Also written by Kevin Williamson. So that's 2 years after Scream, right? Yeah, that was 98. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be honest, I still haven't seen the Craft, the new one from The Craft Legacy. Carrie just mentioned that. I cannot finish The Craft Legacy, the newer one. I hear it's rough. It's directed by that a girl from a TV show I really like, and her name is slipping my mind. So I was like kind of looking forward to it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I guess it's rough. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. So I would love to see that. What about a post-credit scene with a shot at a psych ward where we see Stu giving a smirk and a nod to Jill, then fade to black? Execution is everything. Execution is everything. I will say that. So if they execute it correctly, sure. 100%. Jake, do you have Red Right Hand written already? Yes, the script is already written and completed. Once the Kickstarter is completed, once we get the goal, which once again, we only have till the 27th to raise $5,000. So hit me up on Kickstarter if possible. I would greatly appreciate it. The link for that is in the description below. You get some awesome prizes too if you guys decide to support us at different tiers. So make sure to check that out. Yes, it is written. Once we get the Kickstarter done, we're gonna start going into pre-production, doing like storyboarding, buying everything that we need to buy for the movie. Setting like dates and times for when the entire crew can be there. Zoe Lister Jones, thank you, Savvy. I appreciate that. Yeah. I really like, I love Zoe Lister Jones. She's in this show called Life in Pieces, which I'm not a big sitcom guy, but that one I especially like. It's very funny. And I like kind of fell in love with her there. She's awesome. She's hilarious. So I wanted to see what she would do with directing. And I still have, it's been on my watch list for a long time. I think that movie came out in like 2020 and I still haven't watched it. But yeah, I need to see. I need to watch it for myself though. I don't like to judge books by covers. I like to just go into it and see. So Nev Campbell will be in a Netflix series, by the way. Is it going to be horror? Because I'll review it. If it's anything horror related, I'll check it out. What if the mastermind is a teenager in Scream 6? Could be. Like, oh, well, like 13 years old. Okay, well, that's a bit of a stretch. I'm thinking like senior in high school. Sure. That could work, maybe. Yeah, and Skeet Ulrich also is in The Craft. Yes. Nice. Just watched Halloween Kills and it made me furious, but it's good. That's a really funny review found in the making. That's hilarious. It made me furious, but it's not bad. Wasn't bad. Halloween Kills has some problems, yeah, but I appreciate it for being ambitious and doing something different. I can't get upset with the movie for doing that. So I do like that. I try to be a little more easygoing with my reviews. I try not to hate on any films. The only film I hate is House Shark. That film is a disgrace to humanity. And I think you guys have known how I feel about that. That is a war crime against humanity, in my opinion, that that film. But besides that, I think every film has some kind of merit. Even Mac and Me. Even Mac and Me has some kind of merit in this world. I used to have this guy, and I haven't heard from him recently in my comment section. He would comment something about Mac and Me on every single video. I miss him. For the life of me, I think his name was Mike. I miss him. I miss the guy so much. What about The Room? The Room cracks me up every time I watch it. I've seen that movie like 3 times. If you guys haven't watched The Room, check that one out. I personally liked Kills a lot. I think it was perfect as a sequel. Think of Randy's sequel rules. It was all there, I think. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, up the body count is the biggest one. And I think they do that. I think yeah, of course they do that. It's the most on-screen kills from Michael Myers. I like Halloween Kills. It's a fun movie. It's not supposed to be taken so seriously, I think. Except for that one part. Except for the one part where the guy jumps out the window. Manny, great question. Yes, I am going to be doing a review on the movie X. And once again, for the new people in the chat, I do want to say I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review on Thursday, a spoiler review on Friday, and then on Zoe Crawford's channel, I will be doing a live stream with him talking about it a little bit. So, yeah, the reason I'm doing that, I typically don't like to do non-spoilers. I'm not a big non-spoiler review guy. I just don't really see I don't see the point in doing that. Like, just go see the movie, like then we can talk about it. I think the only reason people do non-spoiler reviews, honestly, is probably just for more contents, which I've always been on the fence about, but like, this is one reason where I'm like, okay, let's do a non-spoiler review, because the movie doesn't come out on digital for some people until like way later. They're not even getting into theaters in some countries, which sucks. So I will do a non-spoiler review for the people who have requested that, of course. Review Doctor Strange 2. I did a few videos on Doctor Strange 2 because it's like it's kind of a horror movie, but I don't think most people know that. So they both bombed. I did like 2 videos on those a long time ago, and they both bombed. So I would love to talk about Doctor Strange 2, but yeah. Jake, I still can't figure out if you like The Fanatic. I categorize it as a dark comedy, not a horror. If you view it like that, it's better. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know I still don't know how I feel about The Fanatic. I think it's like one of those movies where I heard the guy from Limp Bizkit was directing it, and I'm like, okay, that's friggin' wild. Yeah, let's check that out. And it's not very good. It's just not, I don't know. I mean, there are things about it that are like, okay, that's interesting and it's crazy, but it's almost like, what? I don't know. What's up, Armando, by the way? How's it going? When is Red Right Hand coming out? So if everything goes according to plan, we get the Kickstarter successfully funded here in the next couple of weeks or so, and everything goes to plan with filming and pre-production, yada yada yada. It should come out December 20th of this year, which is the 26th anniversary of the original Scream. I just feel like that would be so fitting. It should be done by then. I want to make it feature length, but just about everyone who is on this project is telling me not to do that. So it's probably going to be like 45, 50 minutes long, maybe an hour. I think we can get it up to an hour, with $5,000 budget. So yeah, we can probably get it up to an hour. Hopefully my love scene in Red Right Hand doesn't get cut. I promise it won't. So the romantic 10-minute long lovemaking scene with Zoe Crawford will not be cut. I promise. Can I say that on a live stream? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't really know if I can do that. Armando, I love the first Red Right Hand. Excited for the full length one. Thank you. You know, I no longer like the original. I don't even like my own film. I'm like, wow, I could have done this way better. I could have done that way better. But also consider, like, I didn't have a full crew for that movie. Me and Matt were making that movie by ourselves pretty much. This time around, it's totally different. We have a whole crew of people. I've been spending, every single day since that last one came out, I have spent collecting people from Northeast Ohio to be a part of this project. Andrew Oliver, for example, is a very close friend of mine now. I met him back in November, and he is going to be doing the cinematography for this. I tried to do it myself for the last one, and I was just wearing too many hats. I can admit that. I can admit to that. I'm a man enough to admit, I made a lot of mistakes with the last one. We're not going to make those mistakes again, though, moving forward. So the full length version is going to be leagues better. So I'm telling you, Red Right Hand, this one, it's going to be much better. You guys are going to love it. Denisha, what's going on? Love the channel. Thank you, Denisha. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Once again, everybody, for all the new people in the chat, just want to say it again. If you guys could donate to the Kickstarter for Red Right Hand, we need to get to $5,000 before the 27th, or we can't make the movie. That would suck. That would suck if I did all this promotion and, so make sure to check out the Kickstarter. The link for that is in the description below. I talked a little bit about how, hey, if everyone donates $1, $1, we're there. We're instantly there. I have 8,000 people, 8,000 wonderful people on this channel, by the way. And if everyone gave $1, we would be already there. So if you guys could do that, that'd be awesome. Carrie says lovemaking could mean anything. Yeah. So liked that comment. Thank you. Ghostface Terminator movie where they travel in time and try to kill Maureen Prescott before she has Sydney. Oh my god, I freaking love that. I love that, Michael. Yes. Come with me if you want to live. I always try to do that. I always try to do that line in Arnold's voice, but that's not even who says it in the movie. So, come with me if you want to live. But that's not right. I will market the Kickstarter as much as I can. I have some decent followings on other pages, I'm assuming. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, that's another thing too. If you guys have nothing to spare, totally cool. If you guys could just post the link on your social medias, ask people to donate. That would be sick. I just want to make this movie. That's the big thing at the end of the day. I want to make this movie because I genuinely think we're doing something crazy and ambitious here, and it would just be fun to see. It's a movie that I would want to sit down and watch, so that's why I want to make it so bad. Do you want to see what I want to see? What is that sentence, my dude? I want to see what the people want to see with what the actors want to see in Scream 6. The killers go full serial killer mode. I'm trying here. I got nothing there. I don't know. Almost 9K. Thank you, Dreaming Insomniacs. Yes, at 10K, I'm popping a bottle of champagne. We're having a party, live stream party here, and I can't do that, I don't think, on a live stream. But yeah, we're gonna have a big old celebration. Gonna give back to the community and all that. So when we hit 10K, it's happening. It's gonna happen soon. Almost there. So Heck yeah. Andrew Trotman, what is up? Is it true that there's going to be different Ghostface masks in 6? I would love that. That is something that they teased us with in the trailer for Scream 5 and they didn't really end up doing. Like, yeah, we got some Stab 8 footage where it's Matthew Lillard running around and he's got a Ghostface mask on and a metal Ghostface mask on and a flamethrower. That's cool. But like, I want to see one of the killers have a mask variant. That's something that we're playing around with in Red Right Hand because I just think that's so cool. My hair is already crazy. I just got it all fancy. I sound like such a diva right now, but something we're playing around with in Red Right Hand. Obviously, we've been advertising this dude, this guy, this red little devil guy. We're playing around with mask variants a lot in Red Right Hand. So you will see a lot of different Ghostface killers in the movie. You'll see. I'm not going to respond to that comment. Come on, people, fork out some money so we can make this. I'm not saying that. Like, necessary distraction, I appreciate that. But like, if you can support the Kickstarter, that would be awesome, and it would mean a lot. We can make an awesome movie. And I really think you guys are gonna like it. We spent so much time finding people from the area to be a part of this project, to wear all the hats that I was trying to wear in the last project, and I'm also trying to. We took so many. We rewrote the script in so many different ways to make it perfect, and I really think we have something special here. I really think people are gonna love it. So. Invite the Lethal channel. We can celebrate this together, Jake. Yes, I'm finally going to do a live stream on here with more people. I'm trying to figure out how StreamYard works. So that's going to be a big step with the channel moving forward. We'll have more people on live streams. I might do later in the day live streams. I've been doing like midday live streams. I'm not sure. So we'll get there. Two boys. Thank you. Just made a pledge on Red Right Hand. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's one step closer. Like, that is one step closer with every single donation like that. Even if it was $1, $5, that's a step closer. That is really a step closer, everybody. So as long as we can get there, that's all that matters. As long as we can get to $5,000, we can make the movie. That's the exciting thing. I would love to make the stretch goals. I don't know if that's realistic at this point, but if we could make some of the stretch goals, that would be sick. Like, if we got to 10K, there's something we could do that would be really special. We're keeping some of those things a secret for now, but because I'll be honest with you guys, there's like there's a script right now for if we make the 5K goal, which is cool. But then there's like added scenes in different scripts where like we could film that if we had more of a budget. We could do more things. Yeah. Another thing I don't know if I've said this on a live stream yet, but we spoke with the absolutely wonderful and incredible Mr. Fan Film himself, Vincent DeSanti from Womp Stomp Films. Got on a call with him and he gave us a lot of advice. He said, also, if you need any help, like with making you guys this movie, just get on a call with me and ask for some help. So I just thought that was incredible. The guy's also running an Indiegogo page, an Indiegogo campaign for his next movie, which I am so excited for. I've been a huge fan of his for years, and the fact that he would even agree to get on a call with us was really awesome. It was really cool. Got to talk to him. He's just an amazing human being. If you guys aren't subscribed to Womp Stomp Films, by the way, go subscribe. They put out some of the better horror fan films out there, so make sure to do that. Great question, Mr. L. What is up? What's up? What are your thoughts on the Thing franchise? Heard a new movie is in development. So John Carpenter mentions how he wants to make another Scream film. I mean, not Scream film. He wants to make another The Thing. And I am all about that. Something I've been talking about for a long time is like, I believe there's a comic book that's like it's a sequel comic to The Thing where it takes place in like an Area 51 like desert in America. That would be so cool. The Thing, but in the deserts. Oh my God, yes. I would love to see John Carpenter do that as like one of his final directorial movies. That would be so cool. Oh, how epic would that be? Especially because like The Thing originally was a bomb. Like, it bombed when it went to theaters, unfortunately. And now it's like probably one of the biggest horror cult classics of all time. So I would absolutely love to see another Thing movie. Especially with the 2011 movie being kind of a disaster. It's not a disaster. There are some good things about that movie, but the digital effects are like, dude, Really? Like, one of the coolest uses of practical effects ever in film is that original movie. And they decided to go full CGI with the 2011 film. It's like, what? I don't know. So that's whack. That's a little whack to me, I think. Regardless, I still actually really like that 2011 movie. So both of the Thing movies are good, but like the John Carpenter movie is superior. Yes. I have seen the original one too, like the 50s movie. That's good. That's also good. I actually really like that one too. Oh, product placement. Not sponsored by them. I wish I was. If I was sponsored by Conk, then that would be great. Or Batman. I wish I was sponsored by Batman. Batman is real. You can't tell me otherwise. What is up, Austin? How's it going? What's good, Jake? I am so hyped for X. It's a mandatory watch. Yes. Yes. I want to watch X so bad. I'm so pumped for that. It has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, or at least last I checked. I'm literally so pumped for that. It's probably going to be my favorite horror film of the year for where we are right now. That could change as we get later into the year, of course. This summer, we have a lot of good horror movies coming out. We also have Halloween Ends as well. That might rip my face off. I hope it does. I really hope it does. Jojo, thank you. Jake just donated 25 to your Kickstarter. Love how excited you are to make this fan film. Thank you. And I know if I was in your shoes, this would mean the world to me. Can't wait to see the final cut. Good luck. Thank you so much, Jojo. I really appreciate that. That helps a whole lot. That really does. Like, that is getting us so much closer to our goal. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get there, guys. I really know we are. I have faith in this project. So I have so much faith in this project. I'm very passionate about it. I'm so excited. I don't know. Shane, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Nice to have a live stream at this time of day to enjoy. Thanks, brother. And here's a little something for the Kickstarter. Thank you so much, Shane. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. I'm going to see X on my birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday, Carrie. Happy early birthday. I am stoked. Oh, yeah. Movies, then some cheesecake. Ooh. Hey, you guys ever go to the Cheesecake Factory? That is banging. That's straight banging. Oh, I even like their food. I know some people hate their food, but I love their food. I love their cheesecake. All good. I hope you get wherever you get your cheesecake from, though, Carrie. I hope it's good. Also, wouldn't mind seeing a Ghostface who is a proficient hunter and not as clumsy. AJ, you might just love. You might love a certain aspect of Red Right Hand, but there's also the other side of that. I think what's really cool. So I already talked about this on stream. So it's the cat's out of the bag. In Red Right Hand, there is like Jamie, played by myself, who is a Ghostface killer. That's revealed to you in the first act, as well as his buddy Matt, who's also the other killer. We're a little more clumsy. Like those characters are a little clumsier and kind of getting lucky at certain points. But then on the other side of that, we have this devil Ghostface running around who is somebody in the friend group, who knows who, and they're a little more sophisticated, a little more intelligent. You see that when the character gets introduced. So, Jake, what kind of motive do you want to see in Scream 6? Maybe not exactly the same thing as Scream 5, but it has to be something along the lines of what happened in Scream 5, right? Like, because like if this is going to be technically the sequel to Scream 5, like you kind of have to do something in the same realm. I know some people didn't love the motive, but you kind of have to go with that. You kind of have to stick with it. I just don't want them to do a motive. The one thing I don't want them to do, and I'm totally fine if they decide to experiment with the motive in the next film, totally cool with that. My only thing I don't want to do is I just don't want them to make it about Sidney Prescott again. I keep saying this, but like I feel like that I'm worried it could happen. I'm worried the whole film could be about Sidney Prescott again, and it's just like we're kind of past that, right? We're kind of past trying to kill all these people trying to kill Sidney Prescott. I really want them to do something new with the motive. I want the killers to have some kind of new reason to come after our characters, and to have Gale Weathers and Sidney Prescott be involved to help out instead of being the target. So Darth says, I finally saw Scream 2022. It was good, and I liked a lot of the points you mentioned on your spoiler review video. I was a little, I'll say this, Darth, I feel like I was a little I was a little too positive about the film. I feel like there are some things that were in there that like now after seeing it a few more times, I've noticed that I'm like, okay, you know, that's rough. That's a little rough. They could improve upon that on the sequel, which is why I really think Scream 6 is going to be the superior film out of both of those. The big thing I'm noticing on my last time I watched it was that I really think it's a much safer movie than we thought. Like, yeah, they killed Dewey. Like, that is a massive deviation. I love that. But I'm realizing what I love about the film is the deviations. And I was so shocked by that the first time I saw it. But then as I watched it more times, I'm watching they tried to do a lot of stuff that Wes Craven tried to do with the other films. And it's like, it's just, you're not ever going to get it as good as Wes Craven. So you might as well just do your own thing. But I understand why they had to do it that way. They're trying to honor Wes Craven. They're trying to, they're trying to honor the Scream legacy, the franchise of the legacy of the franchise. I couldn't get that right for some reason, but I think 100%. A lot of those problems could be fixed by the next one. Cheesecake Factory is bomb. Even if I am full, I still take a cheesecake home. It's inevitable. Yes, 100%. We're talking about Scream 6, we're talking about Red Right Hand, and we're talking about cheesecake today, baby. Oh yeah. Mr. L, yeah, I believe someone put that in the chat already. Scream was inspired by a real life case. Gainesville Ripper. There's actually a documentary on that now. Is it Discovery Plus that put that out when Scream 5 came out? They put out a whole documentary about like I think it's about that, and also other murders inspired by like real life true crime stuff inspired by the Scream mask, like people wearing that. So we also actually, little segue, we took a little inspiration from real life Ghostface like attacks and murders that we took inspiration for that for Red Right Hand. So do you have any horror movies you don't like? I genuinely think in every film you watch, there is something to love. And whenever I try to do a review, I try to point that out first and foremost. I will like say like, I didn't like this and that, but like, I understand, like, I'll try to be fair though. Like if I'm like, okay, I'm not a big fan of this, but like, I can see how other people might like that. Like a big thing I can never get into is period pieces that are like before the 1950s. I just can't get into them. I don't know what it is. It's the way people talk in movies like that. I just can't. Robert Eggers films, I love his movies, but like it is so hard to get through The Witch with how they talk. It is a chore to watch that movie, but it's worth it. I really do like The Witch. I actually like The Lighthouse a lot better, but it's not an easy watch. It's you got to watch it with subtitles. You almost have to be taking notes because like the dialect that they're speaking in is just so otherworldly. So I will say you gotta, with Robert Eggers films, you gotta be like, dude, that's awesome. Like the attention to detail, the fact that he used natural lighting the entire movie, that's not easy. Natural lighting does not look good on camera, and he made it look good. So Robert Eggers, like, he kills it in those movies. They're just, for me, my personal preference, not a big period piece kind of guy. Not really my thing. Although I did just watch Nightmare Alley. Phenomenal. That's a phenomenal movie. Can't believe how overlooked that was. I was really pissed that we got Billy, but no Stu. I didn't mind having Billy, but seriously, no Stu. I understand why, like, I actually just talked about this in a video about how they, like, why it made sense for them to bring Billy into the story, even though I was, like, iffy about it when I first saw it. But once again, how can I complain about more Skeet Ulrich in my Scream film? Like, that's awesome. You know, he's playing one of the most iconic killers of all time. He's coming back to do that. That's awesome. Stu coming back might be a bit of a stretch because he's not really related to, I mean, I guess it's a bit of a stretch to have Ghost Billy running around too. So I don't know. I would love to see Stu come back in some capacity, just not the way everyone's saying it. I don't want Stu to be in prison this whole time, come out. It's going to be disappointing. We're all going to be disappointed in that, I think. It's going to be super polarizing. It's going to be a 50-50 of how people feel about it. I just don't think it's going to happen. Thoughts on Scary Movie? I was just talking about this, and I would love to do a comparison video on Scream to Scary Movie, because I feel like there's a lot of people think Ghostface is from Scary Movie. Yeah, a lot of people think that. That's the people are like, oh yeah, that's the what's up guy. That's him. Yeah, no. So I would love to make a video clarifying that. I think that would be interesting. AJ says the ultimate meta Scream movie would be a nod to Wes Craven's New Nightmare, a Scream film outside of the Scream universe where someone is hunting down the cast of the movie. Okay, my thing about that, I would love to see that movie, but I think the only person who could do it is Wes Craven. And unfortunately, rest in peace. The man is no longer with us. I would love to see a new Nightmare version of Scream, but like, yeah, it's just, yeah. Holy Jesus, Mr. L, thank you. Oh my God. Mr. L, thank you. You did not have to do that, but I greatly appreciate it nonetheless. Love your passion for horror. It's what got me hooked to your videos, was first drawn by the Terrifier vids. Thank you so much, Mr. L. I really appreciate that super chat. That's gonna go a long way. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully we have some more Terrifier news at some point, by the way, Mr. L. I actually do have something to talk about regarding Terrifier. It's not that, it's just like, I'm trying to make videos on like bigger topics. I have like little tiny, I saw some comments from David Howard Thornton talking about the release date and like when it's going to come out. And like, I guess I could do a video on that. I want to have a little more news before I make that video. So eventually I will make that though. Thank you once again for the super chat. That is awesome. Wow. That's crazy. Denisha says, Jake, I loved Craven's live stream that he rose $200. That was, he was overfilled with joy. Just to know. Yeah. That was awesome. I did not know Craven was going to do that. He did not tell me that beforehand. And then the fact that we raised a little over $200 for the campaign was awesome. I mean, that's a big deal. He called me afterwards and like, I mean, I was almost in tears. It was just so awesome. That was really cool. That was really, really cool of Steven. Craven Something Scary, by the way, if you're not subscribed to him, you're missing out. The guy makes some phenomenal content, some great Scream 6 updates and theories. He's got some really cool theories too. So if you're into that, go subscribe to Craven Something Scary. Could not recommend his channel more. Armando, yeah, I 100% agree. Having Billy in the movie was cool, but why? Yeah, my thoughts exactly, I think. It's good. Like, it's like I think he kills it. Let's cut somebody's throats. Like when he's in the back seat, it's good line delivery, but it's just like, it's almost unnecessary, right? Like, I don't know. I'm also like, I can't complain about more Skeet Ulrich because it's like, that's so cool. And that's how I'll feel about if Stu comes back. That's why I'm not really for or against it. Like if Stu comes back in the next movie, it's going to be hard to complain. It's really not going to make any sense, but it's going to be like, this is Matthew Lillard coming back to this franchise, that one of his biggest movies, coming back to one of the sequels for it. That's super cool, man. I don't know. I want Tarantino to make a slasher film. I think it would be amazing. So, you know, Tarantino kind of has made a slasher film, but it's his worst movie, I think. It's hard to even call it a slasher. I would love to see Tarantino make a movie, yeah, like a straight up slasher flick with all the, I mean, he loves putting enormous amount of blood spraying out of cut off limbs and stuff in his movies. I would love to see what he would do with a slasher flick. I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The more I watch that, the more I realize that's one of my favorite Tarantino films. That is such a good movie. It's slow and it's a slow burn. It's a much slower burn than his typical kind of movie, but it's a good film. I don't know. I really liked it. Scoob Pex. What's going on, Scoob Pex? Just left work, needed some entertainment. You're a dope dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's why we do it. That is why we do it. Extron says, I used to think that scary movie was the same as Scream 2 until I realized that they weren't the same. Yes. But I like both franchises, but obviously without Scream, there would be no Scary Movie. Yeah, I like the first Scary Movie. I like the first 3 Scary movies. After that, they kind of dip in quality. But yeah, like some of the humor hasn't aged well for me personally. That's how I feel about them. I think in that original one, there's some really iconic stuff that's hilarious. But there's like, it's almost like some like homophobic jokes that I kind of don't care for in some of those movies. It's like, it just hasn't aged well. You know, some movies are like that, and it's like, ugh, you know, that's just how it is with some movies, unfortunately. Denisha, Jake, love the haircut, bro. It looks nice on you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Denisha. Thank you. I would be giddy as hell if Stu came back in Scream 6. Like, yeah, I would be too. But like, would it make sense though? I just don't know. I don't know if execution's everything, but like they got to do it right. Have you guys seen Fresh? If not, you need to go Hulu after this is over. Yeah. Fresh is amazing. If you guys have not seen Fresh, I recently said that like it's pretty much my favorite movie of the year so far. I'm super impressed with it. Sebastian Stan kills it as a crazy psychopath who's not like, he's really subtly psycho. I've been appreciating more performances nowadays where it's like it's a little more subtly psycho. It's not like in your face like, oh, I'm the Joker, you know, like, okay, we've seen that. Take it back a notch. If you take it back just a tiny bit with your psychopathic tendencies, it's a little more real, I think. So we have Matt in the chat. They really needed to cook. Jesus Christ. We have Matt in the chat referencing American Psycho. Metal Redux, by the way, if you're not subscribed to him, he's about to be making a bunch of gaming videos. He's on Twitch as well. That's Matt's, by the way. I'm constantly talking about Matt and how awesome he is. He is the guy that's single-handedly doing all the technical stuff behind Red Right Hand. If it was just, trust me, if it was just me running this project, it would be a disaster. Matt is amazing. Go show him some love. Give him a little bit of a subscription if you could. Subscribe to his gaming channel. We're gonna be doing some collabs over there at some point. So, that's yeah. Hello everybody. Hello. Stu was supposed to be back in Scream 3, but they changed the scripts because of yeah. I would love, like, I almost think like they should do in sometime in the future, like bring that idea back. I believe that was Kevin Williamson's idea, I believe, to bring him back for 3. And he's not the writer of 3, obviously. So I would love one day to explore that idea, because that would be really cool. I think that would be cool to bring him back, for like the real Scream 3 sometime in the future, for like another requel in the franchise. Sure, I'd be up for that. Fate Decided's in the chat. What's going on? Scream 7 wraps up the Radio Silence trilogy. Then we get the Trigger Mortis trilogy with Angela and Fate. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Oh God. I mean, you know, guys, I gotta say, Fate Decided is just an absolute cutie. Another guy that if you're not subscribed to, you might be missing out. I'm just saying. Matt wants to join the live stream. We're gonna get him on a call. I'm gonna call him right now. I wonder how delayed this live stream is. So he probably doesn't know I'm calling him yet. It's gonna be interesting. All right, Matt's coming on the stream right now. I'm calling him. Everybody. What's up, Matt?
Yo.
I'm live right now, if you didn't know that already.
Can they hear me on speaker?
I don't know. Can they?
I guess we'll find out.
Don't say anything offensive. Don't say anything offensive now. But we had you on stream before.
Don't worry. I'll cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. I already told you that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We just watched American Psycho. Well, we were gonna watch American Psycho the other night, so we've been quoting it a lot. I love that film so much. Do you want to say anything about Red Right Hand, Matt?
What can I say that is okay to say?
So I had Fate Decided and Craven Something Scary got some spoilers out of me the other day on their respective live streams.
Oh, really? Did they? What are these spoilers?
I might be in trouble, folks. So I told Fate Decided what the opening scene was gonna be.
Okay.
Are you mad at me?
Which opening? Which part of the opening?
He's mad at me. So I kind of told him a little bit about like Jamie's how do I say this? Jamie's like upbringing.
Oh, okay.
Like how
yeah.
why Jamie starts killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Sure.
Okay. And then I also said about I talked a little bit about what like Devil Ghostface's role in the film is. I didn't say too much. I just said that there's another killer out there walking around. Yeah.
You didn't reveal that he's like undead Stu Macher?
Dude, we're on a live stream. Don't say that. Oh, shh. I am in so much.
You told them.
Matt, oh my God, dude, we just spoiled the whole movie. Oh man. Oh God. That's definitely been in the script this whole time.
Oh fuck me. God damn, we gotta rework the whole script then.
we gotta start from scratch. Just erase everything.
Surprises left.
Well, do you want to say anything else to get people to support us on Kickstarter, Matt? Or
I'm seeing Mr. L here, who donated a cool $50.
Yeah,
He's
Mr. L is epic, man.
He's asking if we have any thoughts on Dead by Daylight's interpretation of Ghostface.
We might just have some thoughts on that, my friend.
Jake, you're the spoiler giving out expert, so I think you should handle this question.
I'll
back you up.
I've already given out so many spoilers. I don't want to say that one. I don't want to say that spoiler.
Well, okay, I think it's quite obvious to anyone who's played Dead by Daylight that there's at least some kind of connection, considering we're using the Devil Ghostface design. But it's going to be up to you to figure out what that connection is.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
But if you want some, I guess that's a good thing to say, is if you want some hints as to what the plot of Red Right Hand might be, go play Dead by Daylight. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. But go read up on the lore of Ghostface and Dead by Daylight. You might get some clues.
Yes. There might be some clues there. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt. I'm gonna get back to answering some questions. But anything else you want to say to my absolutely wonderful audience?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the continued support, to everyone who's backed the Kickstarter and everybody's given Jake super chats. It means the fucking world to us, and I'm so excited to get this thing funded and make this movie. Heck
yeah, man. I am too. I'm literally so excited. So awesome. Thank you, Matt. All right, well, we will talk soon. I'm gonna call you after the live stream, okay?
All right, peace out, dude.
Peace. That was absolutely wonderful. Little cameo from Mr. Matthew Schuff there. Yeah, once again, if you guys don't, I know I literally just said this, but like, that he's the guy running all the technical stuff behind the scenes that you might not know about. Guy's amazing. The guy's absolutely phenomenal. 100% support his channel and his, especially his Twitch page. If you go over to Metal Redux on Twitch, so support him. He's my creative partner in crime. So hell yeah. Ty gives a really good point here. The Cursed was a decent period piece, paranormal werewolf curse movie. I have not seen it. It's been on my watch list. But I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard in the middle things about it. So that's been something I like. When it comes out on digital, I'm going to watch it. I did not, unfortunately, have time to go see it in the theaters. When that was out, opening weekend, at least when that was out here, there was so much snow on the ground, I couldn't even drive. So I would love to go see that though. I hear it's pretty decent. So yes, 2 Ghostface killers trying to outwit each other would be fun. Yeah. Yep. You would be digging that. Armando, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Would you like an official Scream video game? Yes, absolutely. I think like a much bigger version of like Among Us would be interesting. I would love to see what they do with that. Like, cause like Among Us is kind of a simpler game. It's all about like you're trying to blame other people if you're the killer. You're trying to like figure out who it is if you're not. I feel like you could do a game like that, but a little more complicated and almost in like the same universe as like Friday the 13th, the game, and like Dead by Daylight, but with Ghostface. I think that would be fun. I'm going to end the stream here pretty soon, but I'm going to answer a few more questions. You know what would be crazy? If when the movies finish, the new franchise should be called Ghostface and the main killer is Casey's little brother or little sister. I remember when this movie was coming out, I was like, they should call it Ghostface. That would be so cool. Because then, like, that's a big thing about... okay, here's the one problem with that, though, but I feel like also titling it that would solve this problem, is, like, a lot of people don't realize it's called Ghostface. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, that's the Scream killer, or that's the Scream. That's mask guy, dude in a black robe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't really know that his name is Ghostface. So I feel like if you titled one of the films in this franchise Ghostface, like how... in the Saw franchise, for example, we have Jigsaw. That would be cool, I think. I feel like that would solve that problem. More people would refer to Ghostface as Ghostface. Because a lot of people think Jigsaw is also Billy the Puppet, but Billy the Puppet is his own entity. Jigsaw is the actual man behind the puppet. So. Yes, yeah. Craven Something Scary is on the stew train, and I respect it. I respect him being the conductor of the stew train. If I might disagree. I've dipped a toe into the pool of stew, but I I don't know. Still iffy about it. Your Red Right Hand poster looks awesome. Thank you, Desiree. I appreciate that so much. We had an Anna something. For the life of me, I can't remember her last name, did the artwork for that. She is absolutely amazing. If you guys have not seen the poster yet, you can check it out on our Kickstarter page. The link for that, once again, is in the description below. If you guys could support that, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to answer a few more questions here, and then I'm just going to wrap up. We seem to be losing people, so that's typically when I try to wrap it up. I try to go like an hour 30, so. What are your thoughts on the Scream TV show, says Mr. L. I really like season 1. I really like season 2, and then season 3 is like, yeah, it wasn't bad. I need to rewatch season 3. I think it's good. I think it's fun for the most part. I actually do like a lot of the characters and the killers in at least the first 2 seasons. But it's just not the same, as the movies. It's just not as not quite there. It's just not quite. It's still good. It just doesn't feel like Scream. It just feels like another murder mystery show. That's my one thing about it. I think it's enjoyable. I think it's fun. I recommend it to people a lot. But it's not quite. I put every single Scream movie above it. Let me put it that way. How do they know it's Ghostface? It's freaking Ghostface. So how did the Ghostfaces in my movie not know? So okay, I can't spoil that. Somehow our Ghostface. Okay, here's how I'm gonna word this. Somehow our Ghostface killers running around, me and Matt, me and this is a different Matt from real life Matt. The character of Matt and Jamie, they are Ghostface killers. They're running around town. They find out that there's another Ghostface killer in Windsor, Ohio, killing people, and that they find out that this person is coming after them for some reason, and they figure that out. That's really all I can say without spoiling anything. So, it's crazy. It's intense. It's one of those. It's gonna be one of those movies that's like just it's kind of a mind fuck ending. But you're gonna dig it. You're gonna dig it. I think if we can get it made. Once again, I'm sorry I keep saying this, but the Kickstarter's in the link in the description below. Support us. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome if we can get this movie made. That would be sick. Tabbitha, what is going on? The poster is great. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. What do you think of the Creep movies? I love them. I absolutely love both of them as well. I think it would be incredibly difficult for me to say which one was better. I think they're both really good for totally different reasons, by the way. Absolutely love those. Some of the best found footage movies out there, both of them. Absolutely. I really like Mark Duplass and Patrick Bryce in that first one are phenomenal. I don't know. Could not recommend those movies more. The tubby time, I will never forget that scene. That is so funny. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, just watch the Crate movies. Like, they are an experience. Ugh. And it just doesn't stop. The cringy horror just does not stop. It's awesome. Fate Decided says, new donation perk, donate $100, come on the Lethal Collective for a stream. You know what? If we get to that point where like we need just $100 more or something to make it to the goal, yeah, then I will get people on the Lethal Collective stream for the highest bidders. The highest bidder on the Kickstarter gets to come on the Lethal Collective stream. I would love to do something along those lines. I think that would be fun. We're also, by the way, me, Matt, the Lethal Collective, I think we talked about this briefly. When the movie comes out, we're going to do a big stream, watching the movie and commenting on it in live time. We're going to do a lot of stuff like that when it comes out. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Savvy asks a great question. What are some creative kills you'd like to see in Scream 6? Something very out there and crazy. I would love to see some more non-knife kills. We got all knife kills for the most part in Scream 6. Like, one of the coolest kills to me was Amber's death, and that wasn't even like Ghostface killing somebody. So I would like to see some more experimental kills like that. That's something we put a massive focus on in Red Right Hand, was that we didn't want to just see knife kills. There are knife kills, but like there are also really creative stuff. I've been teasing this kill about how we use some kind of item in the kitchen, and we use that to kill somebody. It's not at all what you would expect. Like, some people are going to be like, what? Like, you killed somebody with that? How? we have an answer. We have a very, very messed up answer, making for one of my favorite kills in the entire movie. And I'm so excited to film it. We are going to ruin my friend's kitchen. I've already apologized in advance to him. So it's going to be fun. Can't wait to clean that up. I'm surprised Saw never did the multiple Jigsaw killers butting heads. Oh, actually, yeah, that's shocking that they never did that. Well, no, I guess not. Fans been clamoring for Hoffman versus Dr. Gordon or Dr. Gordon versus Spiral Jigsaw Killer. I'm going to be honest, Mr. L. I don't want to see the Spiral Killer come back. Like, I've heard a rumor. I don't know if this is confirmed or not. I would love to see if the chat knows a little more about this. I have not done the research yet. That the next Saw movie, Saw X, Saw 10, whatever it's going to be called, is going to take place during the events of, like, in between Saws 2 and Saw 3, when John Kramer was still alive. I am 100% down for that. Absolutely. That is the Saw movie I would love to see. That would be sick. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about that. I still have to do research on it, but I would love to talk about that. That was a video I was going to make today if I had some time. So, Lei TheNerd, what's going on? Hello. Lee is Lee Aurora. I've seen her name be different things across multiple social media pages. She is phenomenal. She has been one of my longtime Patreon supporters. I greatly appreciate that. All the support. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream as well. What is your favorite kill from the Scream franchise? Ooh, this is tough because I feel like there's a lot of really brutal kills I love, but this is tough because there's a lot of really good kills in the Scream movies. I think in 1 and 2, they have some of my favorite kills. I love Cece's death, which I know it's simple, but it's effective. It's a really messed up kill. Cece's death in 2 is really good. I also really like Tatum with the garage door. I mean, I know it's out there for a kill, but it's just like, it's exciting to watch. It's more exciting than a knife kill, I think. So, I also really like Wes's death in Scream 5. That's up there. That's in my top 5 for sure. That was hard to watch. That was like, oh my God, so slow. Carrie, I don't like, once again, I want to clarify, I don't know if that whole Saw thing was true or not. I don't know, like, if they are bringing back John Kramer, I am all about that for the next Saw film, 100%. If they want to make another movie that is that takes place between Saws 2 and 3, I heard that recently from a little birdie. If it's true, that'd be awesome. I just have not found the source of where that news came from yet. I gotta track that down and make a video about it. I'm planning on either doing that tomorrow or tonight. So you guys might see me talking about that a little more in depth after I do some research. So, you should do a Scream kill ranking. Yes, I'm going to bring back my Scream Sundays soon. This whole month has just been chaotic. I want to do like every Sunday. And I don't know, there's some new people in the chat, so I might as well say this again. I recently put in my 2 weeks at work. I'm horrified, but I think that I can make it work being a full-time content creator. I already talked about how I'm going to start a second channel where it's just going to be me like goofing off. You're going to see me editing my videos. I like to be silly and talk to myself when I edit videos and make fun of myself. So I decided, hey, why don't I film that and put it on a second channel? I might as well. So the second channel is going to be all about that. It's going to be all like vlogs. It's going to be behind the scenes stuff of like making the movie too, as well, is going to be on that page. So this channel is always going to be strictly horror news and like horror updates. But like on the second channel, it's going to show me doing all my goofing off silly stuff. So I really hope you guys dig it. I really want to start it. I think that would be fun. So this has probably been asked, but what do you not want to see in Scream 6 other than some weird supernatural stuff? Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want them to dive into supernatural territory. Not a fan of that. I don't think. I mean, like, I don't know. I think one of the biggest things about Scream that I love so much is it's rooted in reality. We see characters dealing with real life situations as well as a Ghostface killer running around while also commenting on things in the real world. And I said this in a video the other day and someone was like, oh yeah, it's realistic that all these people decide to come and kill. It's realistic compared to other horror films. Is Freddy Krueger realistic? No. A guy dressing up in a Halloween costume running around murdering people is much more realistic than a dream demon trying to kill you in your sleep. We could argue about that all day. Scream is much more realistic than some of the other slasher flicks out there. That's what I appreciate about it. I think it's fun. So Yeah, I what I want to see in Scream 6, or what I don't want to see in Scream 6, is I don't want them to make it all about Sidney Prescott again. I don't want them to make it all about the legacy characters. I want them to be involved. I just want the motive to be something about the new characters. I want them to focus on a new story. Because we've seen that play out in Screams 1 through 4, and it was fun, and I love those movies, but that story's been done. So let's move on to something new, is what I say. I said I was gonna like end this stream 10 minutes ago, but I just have so much fun talking to all you guys. And I'm glad that I'm glad I get to talk to more people here too. I'm seeing more people coming to the chat. So Molson man, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but hello. Hello, hello. Eric Ludwig, what's up? Hey Jake, big fan. What is your favorite Ghostface quote or phone call moment in the Scream franchise? I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is gonna shock some people. I lost my shit in the movie theater when Judy just goes, I like musicals and animated films. That is the funniest. That is one of the funniest lines in all of Scream. I lost it when she said that. She's like, the way she delivers it and everything. Marley Shelton deserves some kind of comedy award from that for that one line. I don't know, that it still makes, like, I watched Scream 5 the other day and I just lose my shit every time I hear that. That is so funny. Fate Decided just messaged me. Ooh, he had a good idea. I have a lot of people messaging me about the live stream, but it's like, come to the live stream, fam. Like, come talk to me in live time. Then we can talk. Wes Craven was a genius. Rest in peace. Really. I put a little, I tried to put a little tribute to him in my Scream 4 video. But nothing will do him justice, I don't think. An absolutely amazing human being. So it really was a loss that I feel like we lost him like way too early too. Like I feel like he still had some years in him, you know. We still could have gotten some more movies from the guy. So just really sad. Let's see. Do we have any more good questions, or Fate said I'll come on right now. Okay. Relax. I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just seeing a bunch of weird stuff that I don't know if I want to respond to or not. I want Kirby to come back as Ghostface. That's really interesting. I want to know more about what Kirby's been doing these past like 10, 20, 12 years or so. What's going on with that? If Kirby comes back, I want to learn more about what she's been doing this whole time and how that's going to affect the story. We could have her as a red herring at least in the next film. Like, why did she just mysteriously come into these people's lives again? That's kind of strange. You know what else they could okay, wait, this is a whole idea. I'm making a whole video about this. Tyler's calling me right now, so we're going to Fate Decided is coming on the live stream right now, everybody. Hey, what's up, Tyler?
What's up, buddy?
I'm on a live stream. What, do you want to say anything?
I'm watching your live stream. Hello, everyone.
Fate Decided says hello. Do you want to say anything to the absolute wonderful people in this chat right now?
Of course. Support the Kickstarter. Help out. Do your part. Share the link. If you can't donate, get in there and share the link. Link is in the description of this video, I assume, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's always good. Also, I have, which don't ask why, but I have a handful of fake Ghostface pops that maybe you could give away for a donation.
Oh, well, that just changes a whole lot there. Well, I'll have to talk with you about that, because I would love.
Since we're on the chat, and you got some people there right now. Here, let me see exactly how many I have. Yeah, they look real. Even the boxes look real.
They look real.
Even the boxes look real, but I guess apparently the real Ghostface ones have like a splattered knife, where this one is like a dipped knife.
Oh, okay.
And I guess that's the difference between the real and fake ones. And I got like a bunch of these. Some people just like the pops nonetheless. And I got 4 of them.
Ooh, 4. You heard it here first, everybody. On live on KillJoy Jake. We have 4 Ghostface pops to deliver to random people who decide to give to the Kickstarter. So there you go. we have to, obviously me and Fate have to talk about the logistics of all that real quick, but I'll be possibly talking about that in a video sometime soon. So
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I figured I'd just sitting on them, so why not give away? Why not give some people an incentive?
right. And also talking about incentives, there's a lot of good stuff you can get on the Kickstarter as well. There's Ghostface pins that you can get, the poster, which if you haven't seen the poster yet, you got to at least go to the Kickstarter to see that. That looks freaking sweet. And then also you can get a copy of the screenplay. One person will get that. Only one person can get that because that's going to be tough to make. So yes. But Tyler, I want to say thank you so much, man. That's an awesome thing that you're doing here for us. We appreciate that.
Of course, I figured I'd crash the live stream. And if you're going to crash a live stream, you got to do it in a proper fashion, right?
You got to do it in style. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. But, all right, I'll let you wrap up your live stream. Just wanted to come on, say hi to everyone, tell you I love you.
I love you too, Fate.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. I got to have that man on a stream here. I gotta actually commit to a StreamYard account and get people on here. I'm getting more and more. I don't want to end this stream. Eric, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I don't even want to end the stream. We're getting more and more viewers here, so I just want to keep talking. And we still, oh yeah, Matt has a really good point that I didn't even mention. We still have 5 VHS tapes available. 5. You can still get 5 of them. Go now. Go to the Kickstarter. You can get a VHS copy of Red Right Hand. 5 are still available. You could be the last 5 people to potentially own one of those. There's only going to be so many. So there you go. Make sure to do that. Go check it out. Go to the Kickstarter. I'm looking at it on my phone and I'm like, we're seeing the Kickstarter just go up. God, this is crazy. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm gonna just real quickly check it. I know I'm supposed to be professional. I'm on a live stream here. I got to keep the show rolling, but I'm also just excited. Like this movie is gonna be insane. I'm so excited. I cannot multitask, so I'm so sorry. Red Right Hand. Let's just check where the Kickstarter's at real quick. Let's give a little update. Holy, I want to say some obscenities here. We got a bunch of backers during this live stream. Thank you, everybody. We're literally almost at $3,000 now. So 46 backers, 11 days to go. We got this, everybody. Heck yeah. So make sure to support the Kickstarter if possible. I would greatly appreciate that. Matt says, I mean, technically all ghost faces after Billy and Stu are fake ghost faces, right? I mean, like, in like a sense, they're copying Billy and Stu. That's interesting. Interesting. Molson Man says, enjoyed your Nope video from earlier, Jake. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I tried to offer a really good theory on the picture and like the quote we just got from Jordan Peele. So I tried to make that a good update. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Tabbitha says, I can't wait to get it. I am going to frame it. Thank you. Thank you, Tabbitha, for your support. I really appreciate that. I'm honestly the reward I'm the most excited about, which I should be promoting all of them, but the poster is the thing I could not believe how that came out. I remember seeing the sketch of it and I'm like, oh, that's going to be sick. And then like you see the end product and you're just like, this is crazy. Oh my God. So yeah. Very excited for that to come, those to come in. I'm trying to figure out a place to put it on my back wall. Now that I have my camera angle set up like this, it's kind of like a down angle. I don't know where to put it. I want to frame that poster somewhere. I'm thinking about getting rid of this shelf right behind me like next year, and maybe like I'll put the Red Right Hand poster like right behind me. That might be cool. Because I think, listen, no matter how much money we raise for this thing, we're making those posters. This is just so cool. So once again, please donate to the Kickstarter. I would appreciate that. Favorite Jordan Peele movie is still Get Out. I love Get Out is great. Get Out is great. I think Us is still really good. That's Us. See, Us is my favorite. I love Get Out though too. They're like, for me, they're neck and neck. Us speaks to me. There's something about that movie that I love it. That's the one I've watched the most. Let me put it that way. So, where can we watch Red Right Hand? Great question. We just started up a Trigger Mortis, a YouTube channel. That's our production company, me and Matt. Matt had to rework the channel, so I gotta get on a call with him after this. But yes, you will be able to watch it over there. We're gonna have an entire page dedicated to just our films, our short films, all that. So every year we're gonna try to put out some kind of movie at like post Red Right Hand is kind of like the plan right now. Don't quote me on that. If nothing comes out in 2023, we're working on a lot of ideas for original ideas also behind the scenes. So any idea when the new Orphan movie is being released? I cannot find a definitive answer on that. Me neither, Molson man. I'm trying to figure that out right now. I want to say it's gonna come out this year. So the director, he actually talked about this a little bit. It's definitely going to come out. So at some point this year. So I don't want to end the stream, guys. I'm seeing people like, oh, wasn't he supposed to end the stream? I don't want to. I don't want to end it. I want to keep going. I'm having fun. Jake will make a community post shortly after the stream with a link to the channel. Yes, I will. Matt. Perfect. I have to head out. Thank you for staying, Armando. I really appreciate that. I'll be waiting for Red Right Hand. Hope you reach your goal. Bye, Jake. Thank you for stopping by, Armando. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I would prefer to talk about Scream, but any input on the new Insidious movie. We have no update on Insidious 5, unfortunately. We'll get back to Scream in a second, I promise everybody. But I do want to talk a bit about this. I haven't talked about Insidious 5 in a minute. There's really been no update besides the fact that Patrick Wilson talked about it a little bit, about how they're going to be filming real soon. They're going to get on that project going sometime soon, which would be awesome. I would love to get some kind of update on that. Anything, like just what's going on? Patrick, Mr. Wilson, what's going on with Insidious 5? I want some kind of update. That'd be awesome. Love to, I might put out a video about that, just to put out a video, because I do have a theory I've been thinking about with that movie recently. So that would be good to talk about. I would love to talk about some more Insidious. But getting back to Scream 6, Alejandro, what's going on? Alejandro Gonzalez asks, Radio Silence said Scream 6 is going to be completely different. What if the Scream movie we saw was just a movie within a movie and Sidney, Gale, and Dewey decided to portray themselves in the new Stab? Woo, that's along the lines of the New Nightmare approach as well, Alejandro. I think that would be interesting. I will say the one thing that was weird about Scream 5 that I was not expecting is the fact that it wrapped up so nicely. It was like, hey, this is the end of the story. It feels like the end of the story for at least the legacy characters. There's definitely more to tell with our new characters, I think. So that would be sick. I would like to see more, and I would love to see more from David Arquette too, of course. Like who would be complaining about that? Absolutely. Friday the 13th license holders still at a Mexican standoff. Yes and no. I mentioned this earlier. Me and Matt spoke with Vincent DeSanti from Womp Stomp Films. He gave us some advice on our fan film, which once again, I'm just so appreciative of that. The guy is so cool in real life. He is so nice. If you guys are not subscribed to Womp Stomp Films, you should subscribe to him and his team. Just they seem amazing. The guy's so nice in real life. He told me a little bit about that. He has like a little bit of insight, and he's like, they're still kind of just they're still fighting, I guess. So I can't really talk more about that. You thinking ever making a sequel or something to Red Right Hand, or returning to that world if the movie gets made? That's kind of a spoiler. I don't know how much I can elaborate on that without Matt getting even more angry at me than he already is. But I feel like, I like to make fun of what's his name? New Spider-Man. The guy that plays Tom Holland. I like to make fun of Tom Holland all the time about like spoiling things about his movies, but I get so excited about stuff, I just want to talk about it with people. So I feel like if I start talking about that, I'm going to accidentally spoil something about the ending. So I can't talk about that. I'm sorry. I have to sit back, or else I'm going to spoil something really big, and then I'm going to get in trouble. So I can't do that. Mr. L says it reminds me of Human Centipede, a movie within a movie. The second one, yeah. The second one is technically a movie within a movie. You know what's really weird about Human Centipede 2? That's kind of like the New Nightmare sequel in the Human Centipede world. That's bizarre. That is really weird to talk about. Huh. Jen says Jake said the Kickstarter was almost $30,000. Well, we would love to raise $30,000 in our Kickstarter, but that would be sick. But everyone's throwing out numbers right now. Did I say something weird? Oh, we're almost at 3,000. Oh, yeah. Did I say 30,000? I might be tired, guys. I've been live for 2 hours almost. Yeah, so we're almost at 3,000. 3,000. Let's clarify that. We're almost at 3,000. That would be sick. So, yeah, that would be sick. If you spoil the movie, Maya will punch you in the throat. I'm horrified of Maya. Maya could kick my ass, dude. I don't know if you guys have watched the Kickstarter video yet. It's the main video on my YouTube page here. But Maya is absolutely just an incredible human being. I love the entire cast, but Maya is one of the people that I met recently, and she's awesome. She's so badass. She's so perfect for the role of our final girl character. So I'm very, very, very excited to be working with her on this project. So she's gonna kill it. What if in Scream 6 there's a brief glimpse of a website article that reads Stab TV series currently in development, like a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing? There's a lot of things like that in Scream 5, so I wouldn't be shocked if they decide to do some more little Easter eggs like that in Scream 5. That would be really interesting. 100% would love something like that. And that could also be like a teaser for the new show that apparently they're working on. Worst movie you've been spoiled for. I luckily have not been spoiled by too many movies. Halloween Kills, I got the flashback scenes were spoiled for me, unfortunately, from some jerk in my comment section. But that wasn't. I don't think that was a bad movie necessarily. I don't think Halloween Kills was bad. It was fun. You know, it was good. Are we possibly looking for a January 2023 release for Scream 6? I'm thinking. No, I'm going to say it's probably going to come out now that the movie has listen, Scream 5 made a lot of money. Over $140 million. That was not expected at all. I remember a lot of I was on a live stream with a bunch of Scream people, and we were all over the place with how much money we thought it was going to make. And I said I think it can make 100 million. Yeah, I think that's possible. It's, there's a lot of hype for it. So the movie ends up making 140 million, which is insane to me. That is so awesome. That it's very well deserved as well. So I think now that this movie is clearly a cash cow, we're gonna not release it in January. We're gonna release it probably May next year is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is a late spring, early summer movie now. I feel like that would be interesting. All right, I'm really gonna answer a few more questions, then I'm gonna get off the stream. I'm. Your boy's tired. Your boy's gotta make another video, and then I'm chilling. So, and promoting the Kickstarter as well. So, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega's characters could still be in Scream 6, but as actresses who started getting targeted by. We are really down for this new Nightmare approach to Scream 6. I think it would be cool to reference that, but I don't know if I don't know. I was talking about Alejandro. I was talking about this a little earlier about how we want to take this new Nightmare approach for the next Scream movie. And I am all about that. But my thing is, I feel like the only person who could do it really well is Wes Craven. And, rest in peace. He's just no longer with us. I would love to see that movie though. I would love to see a Scream, that's just so meta. That's I feel like that's ultimately where the Scream franchise is building up to. And it would be sweet because you could see everybody come back and technically play their characters, but not really. You could have Matthew Lillard come back. You could have Skeet Ulrich come back. You could have Jamie Kennedy come back. You could have everybody come back from that original movie, and maybe some people from the other sequels just come back all into one movie. That would be so cool. That would be sick. Oh, what will Scream 6 be called? Any suggestions? I liked the 5 Cream idea. 6 Cream. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what they're going to call Scream 6. Scream 2 is honestly, I wouldn't throw that out the window. I genuinely think that might happen. They might call it Scream 2 again, and people will be upset with it, but I think it would be kind of cool if they made another Scream 2 technically. So, Scream 6 can take its time because I want this one to be really good, not rushed and not too edited. Yeah, with the Scream movies, yes, they're slasher flicks, and you can typically pump out slasher flicks a little quicker than a typical movie, but there's also a lot of in-depth story stuff that you gotta take your time on in the writing process and the pre-production phase. So this isn't your typical slasher, and neither is the new Halloween movies, which is why I've expressed a mild concern in the fact that they're pumping out Halloween Ends maybe a little quickly. So And I know they technically wrote like Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills. Like the ideas for those movies were conceptualized back when they came up with the idea for Halloween 2018. They had always planned on it being a trilogy if the first one was successful, but like, you still gotta just make sure everything works before you go into that movie, because like they just came fresh off of Halloween Kills and that movie to go into Halloween Ends. I feel like it could be the same thing here with Scream 6. I hope they don't rush it. I hope they take their time and develop the idea, because they probably had some ideas for where the story could go next, but I doubt they had a full-fledged script. They had a whole fleshed out idea for the next movie. I doubt that. So they're probably working on it right now. They probably have been working on it since the release of Scream 5, because they saw it like that first weekend. It was ridiculously successful, and it has been ever since it came to theaters. So if that makes any sense, I hope they do it right. Could you do a video on how you would rank the third X? The opening scene video was phenomenal. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I tried to show my love for Scream 2 in that video by saying the opening of the second one was my favorite, which is still the truth. I love the opening to the second film so much. There's something so horrifying about that opening that I just really appreciate. It's my favorite part of the entire second movie, I think. But yeah. We also have a lot of Trigger Mortis Productions things in development. Matt, dude, we have the coolest idea for an original horror flick when, if hopefully Red Right Hand is successful, we have the coolest idea for like not just one horror movie, like an entire franchise of movies that you could like, it's a franchise idea that you could make like 100 movies in it and it wouldn't get stale because of this one reason, because of the concept. And I'm so down to make that movie. I would be so interested in doing that. And I'm sorry, Murray, Silas Murray, I did not answer your question. Yes, I will absolutely do a video to rank the third acts. I did do a video ranking the Ghostface killers, but I guess I didn't rank the third acts. So I will do that. I'm Scream Sundays are coming back soon. So Jason Dyer, what's going on, man? Thank you. I want to see thank you for the super chat, first of all. I want to see a Ghostface killer who makes it to the end to kill again. Stu lives. Yeah, I talked about this earlier, but like, could you imagine if Scream 6 had a cliffhanger ending? That would drive people crazy. I mean, that would be awesome. That would be so nuts to do something like that. And then to immediately confirm Scream 7 after that would be insane. I mean, that would drive people crazy. We would have to see what happens. I mean, like, listen, there's a lot of like build up to this next one. Like, we're all very excited to see where Scream 6 goes next. But like, imagine if the end of that film is open-ended and leaves it with like, oh my God, this Ghostface killer got away after killing almost the entire cast. How insane would that be? I mean, I want that movie. I want this darker ending of a Scream video. So a Scream movie, I mean, yes, I would love to see that 100%. Thank you again, Jason, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Oh, Desiree asks a great question here. Any thoughts on Uma, Sam Raimi's new movie? So I've read a little bit about it. I'm gonna do an entire video on it, 100%. Anything Sam Raimi touches is pretty dang good, unless he's producing it. Then it's like it's one way or the other. 100%. I'm very interested in that. I will be doing a full video on that sometime soon. Eric says, you ever think of adding a clip of Red Right Hand into your intro? I think we'd all love that. Yeah. When the movie comes out. So something I try to do every year with the channel is I try to do a new intro. I've had a few intros now, and the one I have now I'm very happy with. The next one I do though, and like another thing I like about my intro is like there's certain scenes that I'll never change. Like there will always be the not the bees in my intro forever and always. That's one of the funniest things. So that's got to stay. I really like the scene from Piranha where it's like Adam Scott and he's like, don't do that. There's something about that audio that like it hits, it clicks somewhere. So, but if Red Right Hand happens, once again, the Kickstarter link is in the description below. Sure. I will 100% add a clip to the intro. There will be a new intro next year. And probably like every year I'm going to try to redo the channel too. This year we got this like purple theme going on with my profile pictures, the J with the stabby stabs. Next year we might do something a little different though. So I'm already cooking up some ideas. Also, I don't know if I've talked about this at all yet, but me and Matt are going to start working on some merch sometime soon. So for the page, gonna dive into that finally. Okay, I'm really gonna end the stream here sometime soon. I'm going on 2 hours. Let's go. Off topic, but have you watched Animal World? I have not. I've not watched Animal World, but once again, adding it to my ridiculously long watch list. So Animal World, is this a horror movie or is this like a nature documentary? That's my question there. On the subject of a cliffhanger ending, I think the original script for Scream ended with a cliffhanger where Jill is being wheeled into the ambulance and a paramedic says Sid's still alive. Yes, Savvy, 100%, you are correct. But once again, studio interference decided they didn't like that because they didn't think the movie was going to make a lot of money. And unfortunately, it didn't. So once again, it all comes back to marketing, though. They just didn't market Scream 4, like, at all. Yeah, they didn't really market the movie. I think if that movie would have been successful, I would have loved to have seen what Wes Craven would have done with a brand new trilogy of films talking about like the Jill story, essentially. I think that would have been sick. Would have been sweet to have seen that. And to bring that idea back, to recycle that for Scream 6 would be sick. I would be all about that. Carrie says, Jake, the Adam Scott sound used to scare the shit out of me because I listened with headphones. Oh, yeah, because there's the little jump scare there. I apologize. I had someone comment the other day about how they're like, whoa, was not ready to see Reagan from The Exorcist in your intro or something. Like, that was horrifying. That's really funny. So, Savvy saying KillJoy Jake merch. Yes. Sometime soon. It's coming soon. So, Jason with the super chats again. Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate it. Any chance Nick Cage will make an appearance in Red Right Hand? Will Red Right Hand have action figures? It would be the utmost honor to work with Nicolas Cage, but no, he's unfortunately the man probably cost a few million to get into your movie, but one day, and hopefully this clip ages very well. I have my fingers crossed. I would love to work with the man on some kind of very, very silly and trippy horror movie at some point. That would be sick. That would be absolutely amazing. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Unbearable Weight of Talent or whatever the heck that movie's called. I'm seeing that opening night. Nicolas Cage is just, he's a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely love the guy. Thank you again, Jason, for the super chats. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Craven Something Scary is in the chat. What's going on? Everyone, please donate to Jake's Kickstarter. Let's get that movie made. Yes, let's do it. Let's get the movie made. Thank you for stopping by, Craven. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know, by the way, Craven Something Scary so generously decided to give all of the super chats from his live stream the other night to the Kickstarter. I could not appreciate that more. This guy's amazing. If you're not subscribed to Craven Something Scary, you're missing out. The guy puts out a lot of great Scream content, talking about his theories on like the next movie and stuff. A must-watch channel, 100%. Got to subscribe to him. He just hit 3K, by the way. Congratulations, Craven. Heck yeah, man. So that's awesome. My brothers in the collective, I love all of them. The Night Watch Zone as well. If you're not subscribed to him, you're missing out. Guy he does some amazing live streams with a lot of really cool people too. So I could not rep those people more. They're absolutely amazing. There's a reason I collaborate with them all the time. I know I missed the last couple of Lethal Collective streams, but there's a big reason why I collaborate with these people all the time. They're just amazing human beings. They're all super nice. Fate Decided, Craven Something Scary, the Night Watch Zone, all very nice people. So definitely subscribe to all of their pages. If Mark ends up being a ghost face, I'll be mad. I'll be mad too, honestly. Yeah, another place that the next movie could be taking place though is Chicago, where Sidney Prescott apparently is living nowadays with her husband and kids. So I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that wants to see Ghostface running around killing Sydney's family, which I know is messed up, but she also deserves a happy ending. I totally understand that aspect as well. If you're gonna make it about Sydney again though, you gotta do something like that. That's the only way I'll be okay with them making it all about Sydney again, is if they kill somebody from her family and do something really dark. And how shocking would that be? I mean, oh my God, that would be ridiculously shocking. So, and once again, talking about something I recently spoke about in one of my latest Scream videos was they got to lean into that dark aspect a little. They got to lean into that a little more, I think, if they're going to do it. So with this next film. I think they should lean more into the dark aspect of Scream 5. Lean into it even more. Make it more of a radio silence film. Go for it. They're radio silence. They should be making the films they want to make. So that's what I say. That's what I say about the next Scream film. Because if you try to copy Wes Craven's style, it's just not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same, I don't think. Carrie, thank you so much. You are all amazing dudes. The Lethal Collective, the Lethally Amazing Collective. Yes, absolutely, 100%. I want, once again, I want to apologize for not being on the Lethal Collective streams. Things have been ridiculous on my end lately. Things have been crazy busy. So have not had a whole lot of time to speak with those wonderful gentlemen, but this Friday that will change. Make sure to subscribe to the Lethal Collective page where me, Craven Something Scary, the Night Watch Zone, and Fate Decided all talk about a variety of horror topics every single week, twice a week sometimes. So check it out. Nick, what's going on, Nick? How's it going? Oh, you had a haircut. Yes, finally. I was getting a little shaggy on the sides here, and I decided to scrape it off. Yes, Lei TheNerd, 100% agree. I want a city setting for Scream 6, ghosty slashing in an apartment building. Oh, yeah. Something I was really excited about with the new Evil Dead film is the change in setting. It's going to be in a high-rise apartment building. Like, what? Oh, hell yeah. So down for that. And I've been saying this wrong across live streams. I apologize, by the way. The new Evil Dead is going to HBO Max, not Hulu. I thought it was a Hulu movie. No, HBO Max. I recently got corrected about that. And I'm like, wow, I feel dumb. So, yes, that is going to HBO Max. Very excited for that. Still haven't done a video on that. I don't know why, but that's going to change soon. But once again, would love to see Scream 6 take place just in a city. If it's Chicago, New York City, there's reasons why we could go to both. Gail Weathers is in New York doing a daytime show or a news show, morning show, whatever. So that would be a great excuse to have Ghostface in the city. Maybe Ghostface is going after Gail Weathers this time around for some reason. That I would be okay with if you want to bring the legacy characters back for that reason. 100%. Jason, thank you for the super chat. I really just appreciate it. Jason, every time I do a live stream, this man just comes on and goes crazy with the super chats. I really appreciate it, Jason. Thank you so much. Stu lives all aboard the Stu train. Stu, Craven is awesome. Let's go. I talked a little bit about my opinions on Stu, and I love the man. Matthew Lillard is amazing. He's crazy. He's crazy awesome. I mean, Matthew Lillard is friggin' amazing. I'm not going to complain about more Matthew Lillard in my movie. I'll say that. So Molson Man says, Jacob heading to dinner, bro. Thanks for the great chat and videos. See you next time. Take care. Thank you for stopping by, Molson. I really appreciate it. I love talking with all you guys. So this is awesome. I don't even want to leave. Like, I know look, I'll be honest with you guys. It's a joke at the beginning of my videos where I say I don't have friends, I have horror movies. I wanted to do that because I love self-deprecating humor. But honestly, I really don't have a lot of people to talk about with horror movies in real life. So that's why I love doing this channel so much. It's awesome. It's like, holy crap. I get to see a whole bunch of different perspectives on the horror movies I love. This is why I do it. This is why I do it more than anything. So that's the best part of all this. The community. The community is the absolute best part for me. 100%. So okay, one more thing. I'm really ending this thing. I'm having a blast right now. I don't want to stop. I want to see Ghostface in a forest. That'd be pretty awesome. Hearing leaves crackling, seeing shadows of the silhouette of the robe. Ooh, yeah. The one thing that I feel like I want to criticize Scream 2 on a little bit is, that just doesn't look like Ohio. Like, if you've been to Ohio, it's a forest. Every single area, even the cities in Ohio are forests, which is crazy. So, 100%, like, would love to see another movie of, what am I trying to say? I would love to see a Scream movie take place in somewhere else that isn't Woodsboro in a forest setting like that. That would be sick. So, Zoe, you are my friend, 100%. And sometime I'm coming out to California. We're meeting up. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna go get some. We're gonna just have a great time. I'm at some point. Me and Zoe are gonna do a locations video for Scream 96 as soon as my schedule isn't completely insane and crazy. But at some point that's happening. I would love to do that. At some point, I would love to. There's a lot of you people that I would love to meet in real life. Some of you are just so wonderful. The majority of you are so wonderful. I have one friend IRL that likes horror movies, says necessary distraction. That's how I feel. there's like one person at my job that likes horror movies, and that's cool, you know? So that's it. It's the only person that's really like, yeah. So I don't know. Wayne Turner, what's going on, Wayne? How's it going? I want more hospitals, he says. I think you all already know how I feel about hospitals and horror movies. So yeah. This is why I am here, because I finally have a place to speak horror. Yes, 100%. I mean, that's the greatest part of all this, is like I can nerd out about my horror love. All right, everybody, I'm starting to get exhausted. You are gonna have a Jake that is too tired to talk about horror movies, and that's no fun. So there will be more videos tomorrow, and obviously crazy. I gave a lot of crazy announcements about not just Red Right Hand, but like real life stuff. I'm quitting my job to go full time with this, which is going to be awesome. So you're going to get a whole bunch more videos that are more up to date, more like getting closer to when the news comes out, delivered straight to you via YouTube. So things are only going to get better from here, only going up. Only KillJoy Jake's on the rise. It's going to be great. Building a great community here. Just everything's so positive. So I'm going to end the stream now, guys. But I just wanted to say thank you all so much for showing up, and all the super chats too is amazing. You guys are making this movie happen. You are like you watching right now, making this happen. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for coming to the live stream. And we will see you in the next one. I'll be doing live streams every week. Once again, be at the Lethal Collective stream on Friday. The Kickstarter link is in the description below. I know I'm throwing so much information at you guys right now, but there's just so much exciting stuff happening right now. So if you guys could, one more time, I will say it one last time and I'll shut up about it. The Kickstarter link for Red Right Hand is in the description below. Get this movie made. You guys are not going to be disappointed. Really exciting stuff coming your way. So make it happen. I'm leaving, everybody.